2, 1.
Welcome to Blogger's Voice, where we appreciate Jesus, but like Judas more.
And his 30 pieces of silver.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
We're little whores for Judas. No, that's Satan. He does things with his tongue.
Which we discussed in the last live.
I don't
Josh.
care. It's funny.
He's mine. Distracted by green things.
You're already distracted by her, and she's sitting over there. Now you're gonna get all shy and
You're gonna get all.
you love her.
I'm working on this one, not
Fuck it, black cock. Let's do it.
Well, if we're gonna go that far, look at the bowl cut.
Oh, cheers out.
Look at the bowl cut.
This is your fault, Tegan. Oh, sorry. Unnamed person. Cover your ears, kids.
Fuck's sake. All right, you're up.
I feel better now there's one person watching.
What are we talking about today? Tonight.
Okay, so today,
This day.
dost thou
Yeah, that one.
oweth to throweth. Does mother know you wear thou drapes?
All right,
I
calm
have
down,
no idea
Sherlock.
what I know too much sugar today.
All right, come on. What are we discussing? What are we talking about?
And her weird obsession.
With your mum?
I lose. I'm not going there.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
You've been playing PUBG too much.
I've been playing PUBG.
Too much.
No,
No, you don't play PUBG. What's the one you play on your phone?
Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's PUBG. Yeah, which point? That's actually PUBG Mobile. It's completely different.
I attempted to play that on my phone and it lagged.
You're meant to be telling me
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Today we're talking about the plagiarism that comes with most religions, especially Christianity, because, you know, why not?
Because they're an easy target.
Very easy target, and they don't try to blow you up afterwards. Yeah.
Okay.
What's a Christian say? How dare you, attack my belief? What does the people that follow Allah say?
Kabul.
Kaboom! I know a friend who has a friend who made car go boom.
You're a twat.
I do.
So we actually got we could call it a viewer submitted video.
Yes.
We actually got they actually got this idea from the viewer.
Yeah. I wouldn't exactly call him a person.
No, he's the cunt that I called out last time I was on by myself.
The
Yeah,
only
cunt.
person that actually has any input outside of us.
Yes. But anyway, besides the point, he gave Kane a video, actually. I can't pronounce it, so I'm going to butcher it. Zeitgeist or some weird name. Full documentary. It was by Sage Igmund on YouTube.
We
And I
googled this before the video, just so we can remember.
I say that name specifically because I'm going to reference a segment of his video so that anything that's wrong with it is his fault, not ours.
He's not pointing at me.
No, Sage Igmund.
That guy.
Yeah, the Sage Igmund dude, it's all his fault. We're taking most of our stuff from him. But most of it adds up and makes sense because, yeah, you don't make a 2-hour long fucking video without at least looking it up.
Yeah, at least
Unless
wikied
you're
it.
Unless you're a flat earther and then you just spend 2 hours looking like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Congratulations, Religion 2, because after watching some of that shit, you are now worse than the flat earthers.
Well, was it? This originally started actually because we saw the Today Show, which was the Archbishop in Sydney, I can't remember his name, said that Easter is under siege, or Christian beliefs are under siege due to consumerism of their holidays and belief systems and all the rest of it. And then we're like, wait, hold on. You kind of stole your entire fucking religion. 99% of the practices they have all come from pagans before them. They stole all of their rituals. They stole Easter. They stole Christmas, which for those of you who don't really know, Christmas was
It's winter solstice.
Winter
25th
solstice.
of December.
Yeah, but it was the act of the tree brought inside was actually a pagan ritual to preserve winter. No, not winter. Spring.
We spoke about this,
Yeah, I know. Shut up. It's because it's in Europe. I get confused with the backwards weather.
Anywho. Moving on from Mr. Backwards here. I bet you're naked too under those clothes, aren't you, you slut?
Just like you, whore.
Can we say this line? We'll
We
beep it
have
out.
now.
We'll beep it out later. That's fine.
Fuck it! Fuck it! We'll do it live. This is why we don't script shit, because
It's-
if we did, we would do the same shit.
Today we actually attempted to script a video.
And then
We
an
gave
unnamed person came over and interrupted the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because we were going to sit down, and then it was, oh, by the way, he's been here for the last 20 minutes out the front helping someone.
And it's like, oh, fuck it. We'll wing it again.
Entertain him.
Yeah.
And then that took 4 hours.
Yeah, that was
And
fun.
then he demanded my attention on a game, so fuck him.
Yes.
Oh,
Which is perfect.
fuck. Don't ask me why it's fucking hurting tonight.
Don't care.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. I don't care. You don't care. I care.
Been limping around myself lately.
Yeah, but that's because you lifted a heffalump several times. She's called herself a heffalump.
A whale, to be precise.
Whale.
A heffalump
Okay,
isn't as big
there
as a
we go.
whale.
Straight from the whale's
A
mouth.
heffalump is like an elephant. A whale is a lot bigger. So I was actually being nice.
I am pregnant.
Yeah, I know, but I was being nice. So eat a dick for trying to get me in trouble.
Don't eat mine, I need it.
No, you don't. Not anymore.
My job here is done.
You've been used as a piece of meat.
Woo, steak.
A few more days and your sausage is
Yeah,
done.
it ain't no. It's all awful now.
You're meant to be doing this.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
All right, back to it.
Well, you start. You go on.
I've completely. Where were we?
We're talking about the pagan rituals that religion has stolen, mainly Christianity. And I was talking about the Christmas tree, which is the pagan ritual of bringing in an evergreen, more often than not an evergreen, into the household during the winter solstice to preserve spring, and the hopes that would having it in the household and protecting it would bring about the end of winter. That was their belief system, and that Christianity was like, we're going to steal that.
A recap would have been good. Didn't want the whole life story.
Well, I did.
Okay, that was 30 seconds of.
Now we're going even longer with seconds. We're not going to get back.
It's
Talk.
because I'm trying to focus on what I'm trying to say, so I need to distract smoke and mirrors. And we're back.
Talk. Mr. PR, HR man, fucking do your
PR,
public relations, human resources.
Yeah, so I turned around and said that I was going to be the PR of the group, and I'm just stating, fuck it, black cock.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Whoops.
All right, so come on.
Okay. Get my educator hat on. P for penis. That face. Anyway. So a lot of the, especially the Jesus rebirth.
You're just going to point to me because you want me to talk because you don't like talking.
No. Oh shit, I'm pouting.
You're bounting.
I'm pouting. I'm not drunk enough.
Oh my
Anyway.
fucking god, talk. Complain about me doing all the talking.
I don't complain about you doing the talking. I encourage it.
Yeah, because you're a fucking scared little bitch.
I'm not a scared little bitch.
Then talk.
I just don't like talking to people.
Because you little bitch.
You're technically talking to a cat.
Because your balls are in your missus's purse.
No, they were deep.
In your missus or in a purse?
We'll talk about this later.
Oh my god.
Yes,
This
so,
realistically should be the blooper reel, but this is what we actually do.
yeah.
Okay, so what we were
I
watching,
think we
because
should be prepped. Sorry. Yep.
because Kane can't fucking talk to save his life when he's live. I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. When he's off live, you can't get him to shut the fuck. He's like Donkey. Getting him to shut up's the trick.
Over there yet?
Anyway, so as we were watching this video, it came up with a lot of similarities between the main one he pointed to, this bloke who was talking. It wasn't Sage Wiggum, that's just the bloke who uploaded the video of Zeitgeist. He was pointing to a lot of similarities between the ancient Egyptian belief of Horus, Set, and all the astrological signs of the zodiac, which zodiacs play a massive role in this whole thing, which is, didn't get the video pictures or anything up, which we should have, but anyway.
We are in the year of Pisces.
Yes. 'cause
Sorry, the age of Pisces.
the age of Pisces, yes. That was another thing. So the zodiac signs run for approximately 2,150 50 odd years, give or take a decade or two. And at the moment, from I think it was 0 AD or 1 AD to 2150 AD is the age of Pisces, which is the two fishes.
21,050, or was it 21,049 years with every age?
They
Roughly.
differ. They go like 2150. I've seen 2150, 2160, 2145, and
Some shit like that. I think it's
Bunch
whenever
of
they
rules.
declare it.
it just depends on when, because the whole point of it is when the March equinox happens, when the sun sets or rises on that day, it's in line with a particular constellation. So whenever that happens, that's the official date.
Yes.
That's why it can change, especially because we're on a tilt and the old universe is moving and all the rest of it. It can offset by a couple of years. That's why there's different time frames and all the rest of it. So Christianity, essentially, if you go by their thing, which was they started as the birth of Christ, was the year of the age of the Pisces, age of the fish, which is a lot of the reason why the symbolism of Jesus fed with two fish and all the rest of it. But if you go into if you go into the zodiac sign, it becomes up. A lot of stuff starts making some weird sense. Because what was it? The way they tried to explain it back in early days. So we're going, what did he say? About 3,500 BC. So 3,500 years before Christ was even a thing. The ancient Egyptians used the zodiac symbols essentially to try and explain life. And a lot of civilizations did. Different ways of explaining it because of their civilization, their culture, their interpretation of these events. They're all interpretations of the same event, just their way of telling it, which was, oh god, oops, molting.
Did you just pick your nose?
I picked fucking
I wasn't even looking or focusing on what you're doing. I was daydreaming. And all I
hair
saw
off my
was
tongue.
this.
Picked hair off my
All
tongue.
right, we'll go
Got
with
a
that.
hairy tongue
We'll go with that.
because you don't shave.
Don't have to.
So anyway, if you go back to then, you got the what is it? You got this. Basically, the way it all worked off was it started with the sun. So you got the sun. The sun is the life bringer, the god,
They understood that the sun meant life or death for them.
basically, yeah, because it would
Where
bring
the sun came up, it brought warmth. It brought
light, so
light,
it brought
food,
safety from the darkness and all the rest of it.
gross food.
Yeah, so these different, and then obviously the moon was the evil because it brought night and it brought darkness and it brought.
In Egyptian mythology, it was Horus
Set.
and Set.
Horus was the sun god, Set was the night god. Ra was God itself.
Yes.
Horus was,
The Horus, yeah.
and then there was Horus Ra or Ra Horus and all the rest. Let's not go into
Yeah, it's not
intricacies of Egyptian originalism because that's ridiculous. You go with the basic concept of which is Horus is the sun, Set is night, is the moon, night, day, good, evil, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So at dawn, Horus would win the metaphorical fight and banish Set. Then at dusk, Set would come back, banish Horus and win the fight, and there would be darkness in the world.
Dusk.
Dusk is night. Dusk is at sunset. Dawn is sunrise,
Right, yeah.
dusk is
Yep.
sunset.
Got confused. Backwards. It just gets through a bit.
Yep. Anyway, so
This
yeah,
is what we
that's how
should
they
do
did
lives
it.
at like 10:30 at night.
I know, we should.
We're half
But
asleep.
anyway, so that was how they explained the sun and the moon cycle. Then you've obviously got how the sun moves and all the equinoxes and all that kind of stuff, which this was a big one that he pointed out, which was really fucking interesting. So you've got that, and this happens in so many religions. It was Horus was one of them. There was another one
From Persia, then you've got
in Tibet, I think it was, or that Indonesian type era. There was ones in Greece. There was one.
he went through pretty much nearly every single
major
religion.
Messiah. Because you had ones from Greece and like major heroes of civilizations. I guess you'd call it them, you know what I mean?
Or at least religious figures.
But some of them weren't religious figures. They were, but you know what I mean? Like they were heroes, like the Greek heroes and stuff. Some of them were the same. Perseus was one of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Which even though he was part of the religion, it was more of a story
Yeah, the
of a
myth.
hero, you know? Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
So there was the story of how these people were born, which is most of them were born of a virgin birth, gifted by God, essentially. There was an angel that brought the message. Kings would come, wise men, magi, however you want to call it, would come and celebrate the birth of this person. And the way they would do it is by following.
Hey, you forgot the most important part. 9 times out of 10, all of them died for 3 days and then was resurrected.
I'm bringing that up later. That was my next point. You kind of fucking ruined my segue, asshole.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, no, you're a dick. So you have all these similarities where you'd got born on the 25th of December was the other one. They were all born on the 25th of December. All born of a virgin birth. All born because God said so. The big Almighty said so. They were given a message by the angels, magi, and all that kind of stuff. And then you had, as Cain's sick, fucked it up. They all died for 3 days.
I wasn't. I was adding to the list that
I
you were
wasn't
creating.
there yet.
You're never there.
Shut up. So then they would all die for 3 days and be resurrected. Now, if you look into the astrological reason for this, is because you go back to the early days, as they were trying to explain, basically the sun was the god, all that kind of stuff. And it was the sun died on the cross, and after 3 days would be resurrected. And that's most of the stuff. The Son of God would be dead for 3 days and resurrected, or died on the cross. And a lot of them were. They were crucified. Jesus was crucified. Horus was crucified. There were another 3 or 4 or 5 of them that I remember. I can't remember the names of them, so go look up this video. It was like the 13-minute marker we started watching at this point. And this was where the cool stuff was. And that ties in with the winter equinox because it's north, so it's the opposite. So it wouldn't be the summer equinox, it'd be the winter equinox. Yeah, winter. So it started on, because it died on the 22nd, they called it.
22nd.
Which is when the sun set directly in line with the Southern Cross. Wasn't it? I thought it died with the Southern
No. So the 22nd was when it's reached one of the most furthest peaks.
No, it reached its southernmost point.
That's what I meant. Southernmost point.
Not its peak. A peak
Not
is
its
height.
peak. Yes, okay. Well, the lowest of its peak.
Yeah, but it died on the cross, which is when it...
Yeah, where it sat for 3
Yeah, it
days.
sat
And
on
then
the
on the
cross.
25th, it rose by a fraction, which meant it was...
Yeah, so
resurrected.
yeah, because it died on the cross, which means it set on the 22nd, I think, with the in line with the Southern Cross, because it died on the cross.
in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I just said. And you said,
Yeah.
no.
I didn't say no. I shook my head. Uh-huh. Fuck,
Same
man.
fucking thing. Symbolism.
Nailing it tonight.
Shit.
Get my pun.
So the sun would die on the cross. The sun would die on the cross. Jesus, the sun, died on the cross. This is the sun. I'm talking about the physical sun, the star. Died on the 22nd, essentially, by their symbolism, on the Southern Cross, the southernmost point in the sky, which is the shortest days. Then for the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of December, the sun, to perceivable eyes, did not move when it set. It was set in the exact same spot. And on the 25th of December, it moved fractionally back north, because at the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, it was as far south as it usually goes. And on the 25th, it moved fractionally north, but enough that we could see it and perceive it. And that's how it became the resurrection of the sun, which is, if you look at the symbolization of that and go into Jesus, he was dead for 3 days, died on a cross, was dead for 3 days, and was resurrected on the 4th. Mm-hmm. And then if you also look at the zodiac symbolism, one of the early signs of it, it had the 12 ring, the big ring on the outside, which has the 12 zodiac signs, and that's cut into 4 pieces, which is the equinoxes. Then in that, you've also got, it had the equinoxes on the inside, then you've got the sun in the middle, basically saying the sun is the thing everything revolves around. And then if you look at that, if you go with the cross and the circle around it, and then you take that, that was actually a pagan symbol, which was the cross with a circle around most of it. And then if you look at some of the early depictions of Jesus, it's a picture of Jesus in front of that cross and circle. And to this day, there are still churches built with that same symbol. Even older churches are built with that cross and circle mixed in together. So they've taken the pagan thing and they've gone, this is ours. We're fucking assholes. Yeah. What was the other ones you brought up? That's
Those
amazing.
pricks.
Yeah, they're wankers.
Bunch of wankers.
What was the other point you brought up? There was another one. Oh, that's right. I can't go through it because it was just a giant overlay list. And it was the comparisons between Jesus and Horus. And this thing went on for about fucking...
You just need to
It
watch it. Do you remember what
scrolled.
the whole thing was called?
It was Zeitgeist Z... Hold on, I've actually got on my phone. I know I'm meant to use phones, but for this, we're making an exception. So the one that we watched was Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist, full documentary by Sage Igmond. And we jumped ahead into it to look about the parts we're talking about. It's about you go the 12-minute mark and it'll come up and it'll be...
The intro is fucking long. It's a 2-hour YouTube video in total, so if you have enough time to sit down and watch the whole video, I do recommend it.
I would recommend it, yeah, but we watched mainly that 13,
We watched
12 to 20 minute mark where he was talking about it all, and it was honestly one of the most eye-opening things I've ever seen, because you know that Christianity has stolen so much of things, but you don't realize how much. And you don't know...
I don't think it's been stolen. Like
That's
just
the- I was
the
just
argument I
hoping-
was pulling before,
Yeah.
that I don't think it was stolen. It's the fact that they've, just like every other religion,
They've
or
interpreted the
they've
same...
interpreted the same story because it's what they,
Well, not the same story. They've interpreted the same source their own way.
exactly. It's the
Yeah.
same thing the Christians have done.
Yeah,
The difference between the Christians and, let's say, the pagan Greeks with their mythology
Yeah,
was the Greeks had multiple gods to explain different phenomena.
Yes.
A god. You know what I'm talking about.
phenomenal. You said it right.
Did I? Oh, amazing.
As far as I
the-
know, someone else will point out that you didn't probably.
Probably, if anyone watches it. And then you've got the Christians, where they just dialed it down to one god.
Yeah,
And then,
and the Muslims who did the
And the
same
Muslims-
thing.
I mean, Horus, was it 12 followers or something as well? Like that.
That was the big
they also
12
had-
disciples, which 12 zodiac signs.
And they were also betrayed by someone they trusted
Judas.
for silver.
So, yeah, no, it was. Because Horus was betrayed for, I think his was, 30 pieces.
No,
of
I
silver.
think it was 20.
No, that was
Judas
Joseph.
Judas got the extra $10.
No, that was, remember, that was the Old Testament of Joseph and the New Testament of
yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Judah
Judah.
was the one who got 20 pieces. Judas was the one who got 30.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing of, like, this was the other point that I made up. It's not quite the same as plagiarism, but it isn't. The religious people like to believe that, especially Christians, I will blame Christians a lot for this. They like to go, our book is the one true God. It is the one holy book. There's, this is the one. This is the one that contains the truth of the world and all that kind of crap. I would believe it if they stuck to the Old Testament. The fact that they've been able to rewrite it, and there are, 40 different versions?
I have no idea how many different versions there are.
How many different versions there are, and the fact that the Pope or the cardinals or, group of people are allowed to go, you know what? Unborn children who aren't baptized, they can go into heaven.
Animals, they can now go into heaven.
They can.
That's not God's word. That's your word.
Yeah, it's humans making up God's
Get
word.
God to sign that piece of paper, then I'll believe you.
And then there was the other one I had up as well, another hypocrisy of religion, which is if you truly believe in the Almighty God who is all-powerful, all-knowing, all-wise, all-perfect, the personification of Alpha and Omega and all that.
Which is also another thing
Which
focused
is-
on all of the...
Yeah, that was another one. But my point was the whole, if your God is all-knowing, all-powerful, all-wise, then how can I go against him by being atheist? I am as he created me. The world is his design. Everything happens according to his plan. He is all-perfect and all-knowing. So I am atheistic by his own design. Therefore, I am enacting God's plan.
Why did he create the devil?
Yeah,
If he knew that Lucifer was going to rebel.
exactly.
Also, fun fact, Lucifer was a Roman god, and he was the god of enlightenment.
Well, originally, Lucifer was. He was the most beautiful of all angels.
Yeah.
And I think he was...
But this is... Yeah. He was the god of enlightenment.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But that's another thing they stole off him as well. I was trying to compare the two. Sorry.
Yeah.
He was the most beautiful of angels. He was the magic and all the rest of it.
He was the favorite growing up.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he rebelled, and Daddy was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah. Go to hell.
Kicked Birdie out of the nest.
He went to hell. Look at that. I forgot about that.
If I
Made
say
that-
it, so it shall be.
I made that off on my holidays. I didn't even see that.
I was down there. It was a bit too cold, so I turned the heat up a little bit.
Didn't realize it unfucked up the place. God. Jesus. Oh, me.
My son. No, but him, his son, and the Holy Spirit are all... Oh my God, this was another one. I love this story because it kind of fucks with a lot of people as well. So I did ancient history in high school.
Okay.
Well, I did.
Was it ancient or was it modern?
Ancient history. We learned about the Egyptians and the Rosetta Stone and how it all worked out and the reason. You know what I'm talking
No,
about.
the first thing I thought was Philosopher's Stone.
Oh
my God. I've been reading too much Harry Potter.
And you've been
lately.
watching too much fucking Harry Potter.
I know.
So anyway.
Crimes of Grindelwald, come on.
Yeah, let's not talk about that yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, so doing ancient history, and our ancient history teacher, Mr. Murphy. If you ever watch this, you're a fucking legend. We used to call him
I don't know you.
Murph Dog. He was awesome. Everyone loved him. Him and Mr. McKeough, they were awesome. Anyway, I don't care. Shut up.
Cool names.
So Mr. Murphy, he went to a Catholic school. He was very Catholic when he was younger, because he was about 50 odd when he was teaching us. I think. He looked 50.
Just go out and say he was fucking old, all right?
He was old.
You're an old cunt.
He was old to a 15-year-old. Okay, no. I know we're talking about religion.
You grew up Catholic, right?
But anyway, no. So he went to a Catholic school. Like,
This is what mine did to me, boy.
This is how I learned.
Here at Blogger's Voice, but we're as awkward as an altar boy before sermon.
Sermon or semen?
Sermon. Then semen.
Anyway, back to my fucking point. So we had Mr. Murphy, and he went to a Catholic school full of the nuns and the, go to church every Sunday and, pray all the time and all that kind of crap. And they gave him it was a task of talking about Christianity and God and Jesus and the story of Jesus. He actually wrote the entire assignment on the fact that God is schizophrenic and has multiple personality disorder.
Too fucking shay.
Because if the God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit are all separate entities but all one mind,
That's borderline Yep.
that's schizophrenia or dissociative identity disorder.
That's Deadpool.
Yeah,
Deadpool is God.
yeah,
God is Deadpool.
and they gave him an A
Well, they couldn't not.
because he proved it. The White not proved it as such, but he met all the criteria of the assignment and argued his point clear and concisely, did everything right. They had to give him an A.
You think on principle they'd just give him
An F.
an F.
B for blasphemy. Fucking
Yeah,
Cain.
any school where B is bad.
Or a C for Cain. Yeah,
It's K, though.
I know, but it rhymes.
It doesn't.
Cain and Cain.
Doesn't rhyme. I refuse.
So what do we call you? Kiney? Caney?
Kiney the Hiney. No.
Cain and Cain rhyme, I'm sorry.
Same words, can't have it.
2, 2, and 2. There,
7.
there.
Yeah.
I win. 8 and
Bye,
8.
bye, or bye.
8 and 8. I ate something,
I
and
know,
number 8.
I know.
You just gave me a confused look.
You don't know me.
That's why I asked why we're friends the other day. Actually,
I
asked you
still
today.
can't answer that question.
What was your answer? You did answer it out of necessity.
Hmm?
You answered out of necessity.
Yeah. Is that what I said? Out of necessity?
Yes.
That seems like a big word for me in the morning.
Yeah.
Was it in the morning? I don't even remember this
Fuck if I
conversation.
know.
Oh, well.
It was either yesterday afternoon or this morning sometime. I can't remember.
No, I think it was yesterday.
Who knows?
Seems like yesterday. I don't think that this is our serious video.
It was sort of serious.
It was
something
it was
there.
pretty fucked.
Well, have you got anything more to add to it then to try and make it serious? You got any serious notes you want to talk about?
Every time I clap my hands, an African dies. No, I don't really. I think we need to make an
You were
actual.
expecting me to tell you to stop clapping your hands?
Fuck them. Speed it up. Let's stop global warming now. Oh, they don't care. They'll starve anyway. Put them out of the misery.
Let's go one step further here.
Okay.
If we invested a few thousand to a few $1,000,000, we could send over plenty of mosquito nets to Africa, and we could save millions and millions of pointless deaths by mosquito having AIDS.
In charities.
We could save pointless deaths. Millions of mosquitoes would be saved every year.
Actually, there was a study that came out. It's I think it was all of Britain. All of Britain's weekly shopping lists
That's, yeah.
for a week for the
A
whole
week in
country. A
Britain.
week in Britain would be able to feed all of Africa for about a year or two.
Yeah.
So you know what that tells me?
They're majorly overpriced in Britain.
Yeah, groceries are so overpriced there. Feels bad here.
Oh, right. Well, this video is probably never going to make it.
That joke was actually taken from
Jimmy Carr.
no. Ah, the other
Mine
guy,
was.
the one from the guy that does that stand-up segment, and he jokes about serious. I cannot remember the name of the fucking segment he's on. He's obviously English. He's got like puffy hair, and
Do
he's
you mean
really
the wobbly eye?
yeah, the guy with the weird eye.
I know his name.
Do you?
Yeah.
Want to tell everybody?
No, I'm waiting for you to
'Cause
get
I
there.
can't fucking remember it.
Always talks about his brother. Mer.
I don't think we're talking about the same person.
Here we are.
Are we? He's slightly gay.
Yeah. He looks like Ellen. You don't watch as much of him as I do.
No, I see everything. Something pops up. I follow his page.
You mean the guy that his name starts with R?
Maybe.
Second name H?
Possibly.
Are you talking about Russell Howard?
Is that his name? Then possibly yes.
Is it a wobbly eye? He's on
Um,
that new segment, the big issue.
yes, that's what I was.
Russell
that
Howard.
was the segment I was trying to think
That's
of.
Russell Howard.
Yeah, I don't care about the name. I just wanted to know what the segment is called.
He talks about his brother a lot.
Russell Howard. He doesn't talk about his brother, does he?
In his stand-up, he does.
Only stand up. I'm talking. I was talking about a specific segment.
So was I of his stand-up.
This is what I live with. This is why I don't talk. Not allowed to talk. Not allowed to have my own opinion.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Unless it's wrong. Then you get smacked down with some facts and some technicalities.
Mostly technicalities. There's no facts involved.
It was.
It's like-
factual. It was a fact that it was a technicality.
That was a fair statement, but you pronounced this word wrong, so it doesn't exist.
It is factual.
So I'm gonna laugh at the fact that you got this word wrong until you give up on the argument altogether.
What did I get wrong?
Everything.
How did I get that
Everything.
wrong? How did I get
Everything.
that wrong? You're a fuckwit. This is why I'm going solo.
Probably a good idea. I'm sweating in this jumper. This was not a good idea.
Why'd you
It
wear
was
it?
cold a moment ago.
It's because you sit next to me.
Yeah.
Big fat cunts give off heat.
There's a lot of heat. There's so much heat here. Cats are lining out the door.
That's a lot of pussy to satisfy.
Poodles are running in the streets.
I think we're done for the night. Go and check out the video, Zeitgeist, full documentary by Sage Igmund.
There will be more stuff released by us this week. Also,
Yes.
we're going to do an actual serious video on the whole religious plagiarism. It's actually going to be scripted. Like we're actually going to try.
Well, it
to-
won't be scripted to a point. We'll have the major plot points work.
It won't
fleshed
be
out.
alive.
No, it'll
It's going to be a pre-recorded,
We'll work that.
proper, a nice proper. We haven't done a nice proper one yet.
No, not a proper good one. We'll figure it out as we go along.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out that video, Zeitgeist, full documentary, and watch it.
Any questions or comments? Just leave them there. We won't get back to you. Just leave them there. Shits and giggles. Someone will read them.
Yeah, we'll get to it and use it as comedic relief next week.
Yeah. So yeah.
All good.
All good.
Signing off.
Fuck off.
Adios, fuckers.
Now let's stare.